Okay, we're going to start this form analysis for Tracey. We're going to start this off in slow motion. So this is your pre-clinic stride in slow motion. And this is your post-clinic stride. So let's compare the two, okay? So let's go back to the pre and see what we can find. So you'll notice your heel striking and definitely crossing the body. You can tell by your arms how far they're coming out and how far they are away from your body. Remember, your elbows, you want to be nice and tight near the body and going in a forward and back motion as opposed to coming across the body as much. So let's back it up and let's see where you're landing. So landing, reaching out with your foot. Notice how your foot is reaching out right there. Your foot is passing your knee. So you're leading with your foot. You don't want to do that. You want to lead with your knee as much as possible. Let your knee be the driving force going forward. So having your foot out like that is a little bit much. And then you're going to land, and you can't help but have your heel hit first because you led with your foot like that. So you're landing definitely in front of the body in the center of mass. So it's acting as a brake. Then your push off is not actually that bad. It's hard to see the push off in full motion. That's why it's good to put this in slow motion and capture it frame by frame, because then we're able to see exactly how much push off you have. And it looks like it's pretty good. It's not bad. Alright, so let's go to the post clinic. And in the post clinic, arms are definitely a lot better. You see how they're going forward instead of side to side? That is a lot better. Huge improvement there. Now let's see where the foot lands. You're still kind of leading with your foot. Notice how you're leading with the foot right there? Right here. You can tell that the foot is in front of the knee, which is still something you need to work on. So driving with your knees forward is what you want to do, not with your foot. Let's see. And the landing is ahead of the body, but not very much. I mean, you're slightly ahead of the body. So that's good. The landing position's great. In this form is very good. The landing position's great. And then let's see the push-off. The push-off is good. I think, though, it has to do with your flexibility. You have to increase your range of motion. Work on doing the like a scissor split as much as possible during, right before you go to bed or something like that's going to help you increase your range of motion. Because right here, it looks like you should be getting more power, but the tightness in your hips and in your glutes are restricting you from doing so. So right here, you're kind of leaving like another, I would say, maybe 3 inches of, not 3 inches, but probably like 1.5 inches of range of motion on your hip in order for you to propel yourself. And then again, right there, you can see in this frame that you're still leading with your foot, and we kind of want to reduce how much we're doing that. And then we're coming back. But the landing position's great. It's right under the body. And then, boom, you're ready to go again. So, all in all, I think there's a lot of improvement. I think what you really need to work on, though, is driving with your knee. So, kind of doing like a tapping drill where you're kind of running in place. But instead of, you want to drive with your knee going forward. And that's going to help out a little bit. Don't do it too often. Just do about 10 reps on each leg, and then, that being an additional warm up. But you definitely want to drive with your knee, and right now you're driving with your foot. You're letting your foot be the thing that propels you forward. Um, I think from your pre and post, you have the same time, 43.5. You have 43.6 and then 43.5. So you improved just a little bit. But what I could tell from your pre, and this is you landing in your pre, and you trying to reach, there's definitely a lot more reaching going on with the foot here. So I think your pre has a lot more effort, and your post, even with you thinking about doing the form, I think it's your form is a lot better in terms of longevity because you're landing right underneath the body, which is great. So this form is more sustainable, whereas your initial form is not very sustainable because of injuries and other little things that can happen with having your form remain the way it was. All in all, I think you've benefited a lot from the training and the form exercises, and I think you did a great job. Good job.